Hey guys, it's Kylie Draws here, and here is my tutorial on how I draw and color eyes. So of course I first start off with a sketch, just like super rough, just like the idea of what I want the shape of the eye to be and where I want the pupil to go, or just like the iris, you know? So yeah, after I do that, I use a thicker brush in like the color of a kind of like eyeliner, and I just go over the sketch with that pen. For the sketching and the liner, I use the same pen, and the program which I'm using is Medibang Paint. So I just like go over the sketch and I kind of like hide the sketch layer to see if it looks good without the sketch, because sometimes I find that not doing that kind of makes the line art look a bit wonky and kind of out of place. All of this is actually recorded in real time, so none of this footage is sped up, and this is basically how long it takes for me to draw and color one eye. I usually, just draw two eyes both at once, line art, and then coloring. So for the kind of like, I don't know what to call it, I think it's the pupil or the iris. I think it's the iris, yeah. For the inside of the eye, I just chose the color of the eye that I wanted, in this case blue, and you don't have to use the circle tool which I used. You just have to like draw, the shape of what you want the eye to be. In this case, it's a circle for simplicity purposes, and yeah. Then I create a new layer to put the white of the eye in. So the line art of the eye is on a separate layer than the color, the white of the eye, and the kind of like iris. So the layer setting should kind of look like this. And then I just like, for the highlights and the shading, I make a new layer, set it to clipping. It should look like this. And then I just use a darker version of the base eye color and make the pupil. So yeah, it's kind of heavily Pokemon art, like in the Pokemon manga. They kind of like do the eyes like this. It was heavily inspired by this, and like I just really like how they draw the eyes. So that is what I technically call shadow. It's mainly the pupil of the eye. And for the highlight, I create a new layer, again set to clipping, and it should look like this. And then I set that layer to add, or add glow, I don't know what it's called, but on my program it's called add, and I just do a lighter color of the base color of the eye, and I set the opacity to around 20% or like 30%. And then for the like round highlight at the top of the eye, I just did like a white, so I created a new layer above the line art, and I just did a white circle. You can make it off-white. I sometimes do this, but in this tutorial I'm just using a white circle. This kind of like gives the eye a more shiny look, and I just really like it. Again, this is how I draw and color eyes. You can change anything in this tutorial to your preference or like to your art style. This is just like, I don't know, general. So yeah, for the shadow of the eyes, I set a new layer to multiply, and before I do this, I merge all of the layers into the base eye color layer, and also I merge those layers into the layer of the white of the eye, and it should look like this. And then I set a new layer to multiply and clipping over the layer, and it should look like this. And then I use the base color of the eye and lower the opacity down to like, I don't know, maybe 60 or 50, but this is like just personal preference. And yeah, that's kind of it. You can add eyelashes or just like any markings. And yeah, that's how I kind of like draw and color eyes. So yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed this tutorial. This is one tutorial in many more which I'll be making in the future. And yeah, let me know in the comments if this tutorial helped you, or like you just found this tutorial helpful. Yeah, see you all next week. Bye!